And we are streaming. Hello everybody and welcome to Stars and Confusion for the 21st of January 2022. How are we all? Let's get some games started, shall we? We have 5 people currently in the lobby with Aegon and myself currently queued up. So whenever anybody else is ready. Hello Aegon, hello Averita, good evening Prospero, how are we? Okay, so round 1 appears to be Aegon. Oh, Aegon's dropped. Okay, fine. It is myself, Lily, Prospero, and whoever joins in a moment. Hi, hi. And Flaza. Okay, let's get this started then. Begin. So Prospero, myself, Lily, and Flaza, round 1. Okay, starting as dealer with a... Okay, it's not the worst start in the world. Probably going to have to get rid of the 2 Onitars as well, but we'll see how this develops at this stage. Potentially Itsudora 1 as a high end. That's certainly a little more likely with that draw. So, Itsu 1. We don't have a pair, but that's manageable. And we'd prefer to draw the 8 so because that gives us the pin through on the other side. That's our pair. So we now... I mean, really, we get rid of one of these 2 to see. How many side connection issues? No worries, Aegon. We'll get you in the next one if that happens. If not, I guess you can always watch and just comment on things. Get rid of that, although this now leads us towards probably just the pin through here. But if you're at 8, so we're definitely probably going to try and greed this out. ESO. If you're a 6, we'll probably still go with this, but it's less likely given that it's Fedora weight at that stage. Not going to do anything on a 7-pin. We also, of course, have the option of cutting the 1, cutting the 2, potentially. It's fine. It's not. They're going to be multiple games. Starfall has joined us. Hello. Let's do that change. So Itsu Dora 1, potentially. But we'd have to make one of these 2 awkward weights go now. So we're probably going to have to start culling. Okay, well, Dora 2. Alright, Ishanten for Itsu Dora 2. So this is a dealer Mangan without reach. If we pull off the 8, so we'll probably go for it with just that. Because I'll take Town Pin. Well, Pin 2 and thing as well. Oh, do we pursue? Yeah. Dealer Pursuit, Dora Reach. And dealing. A little forced, but it was a half CG and early days. But the Ipatsu meant that was Mangan. Unfortunate, but I think as dealer we had to pursue that. At least put some pressure on. Okay. We'll see how this goes. It's a bit pair heavy, but that certainly makes it a bit better. So we've got double Yakuhai, Toy Toy, potentially. Really didn't. Okay, so we're now Ishanten for Toy... Well, 2 away from Toy Toy. Let's keep getting rid of middle tiles here. So the hope, of course, is that we can draw one of these and go for Sananko Toy Toy. Or possibly even Suanko, potentially. But there's the early dealing. Hatsu 1. Lily takes a small hit. Unfortunately, it doesn't change anything particularly for us. It just gives us a slightly better window into third. Hand was decent, but yeah, just not fast enough. It's a long way to go, though. Double south. Not the best of draws, given we're currently in the east round, one south already gone, but, you know. It's a couple of safe tiles later down the line if we need them. North, of course, is our wind. We could try and do something along that side, forcing a Honitsu here, but that might be a bit too far away at this stage. Okay, that's a good draw. I'm actually going to cut the 4-2 here. So we've got 2, 4, 6, and a few things around there. If we draw a couple of... We need 2 7s, really, to make this side of it work. But I suppose we could try and force the Honitsu still. Pair of 2s. Okay. Now we have 4 pairs as well, so we could potentially go Chitoy. North 5, Dora and 2. 1 North played. 1 North played actually makes that North not a bad thing to be waiting on if we go to that side of things. The question is, are we going to be quick enough? Probably going to have to play the 5 so here, because it's going to get more dangerous if we hold it. We have 9 pin, which is a safe tile, and not going to work for a Chitoy anyway, so... Yeah, I'm not sure what you think the problem is at this stage. It's 2 hands gone. I dealt into an early Mangan with Pursuit, which was also worth Mangan. Here we're just doing the Chitoy calculations. Iso. It's better than 2 pin. Especially as 3 2s have gone out, so the 1's getting isolated. The question, of course, from there is, does anybody have it? We could also potentially just sneak our way back into an actual genuine hand here if we drew another 7 pin. Chitoy is still the most likely route from this, but I'm not going to turn down a chance to go Ipeiko something. Okay, triplet of a 6 pin. We'll get rid of a North here. Yeah, so we're now sort of leaning towards a more normal-ish hand here. But we're a bit slow anyway. 1 West played. Let's go for a 9-man. Yeah, that's the problem. Not a lot I can do about this. I know West is safe to Prospero. Might just be a case we have to throw the Souths and hope, or possibly lean us into a Toy, if anything. We only have 5 more draws left anyway, so it seems as if this isn't going to manage. This is going to land anywhere, but we'll see. Early days, and we only need the 1 big hand to make a comeback. Yeah, I think we're out.
Riichi.
And if we weren't, that's kind of confirmed we're out. Dealer Reach. Dealer Reach with not a lot of safe tiles going on here. But Plaza Mix to Sumo, which I'm assuming is just Tanyo. So, yep. Tanyo 1. Game moves on. Okay, Dora 1, possible Sanchiku, probable Tanpin. Or maybe just Pinfu if we get unfortunate with the way this works out. But, you know, we'll hope for the Sanchiku and the thing for that. Dora 9-pin. Do we play that on turn 3? We might decide to anyway. Okay, Ipeiko. Two nines played by Prospero with this. Okay. Since that one was a delayed on our end, we're going to get rid of the 2-3 here and just see. So hopefully draw the 4-pin for Ipeiko, Tanyo, Pinfu, Dora 1. Not quite. No worries. I'll usually do a quick announcement, but currently we only have 2 people queued up, which is Starfall and Aegon. So okay, come on, 4-man. 4-man, Forso. Okay, could also just go Riichi Tanyo. That's another thing we could try. But I think that's... because that means we're waiting on the 4-man only. If we had to do that one round. But also could potentially do a 5-2-8 weight. 2-5-8 weight. Which could work. But at this stage, just draw that last tile.
Riichi.
Okay, Riichi Dora 1. Riichi Tanyo Dora 1 potentially. Still have the ability to Kana with this, but hope for a referee, I guess. Canning here would be awesome. If we could just pull it off now. Not quite. No Patsu. Well, not really. There's less chances of hitting it. If I hit it, there is potential for a referee. But Riichi Tanyo Sumo Dora 1 would be fine. Plaza, I think, still invested in a hand here because really those 2 Sozu tiles do indicate my weight's probably in that area, but I equally haven't played any Manzu. Lily is playing defense. Prospero could also be on a Manzu Honitsu, so that also possibly just indicates he doesn't have, or he might have a lot of my winners. Doesn't have to be able to go for it. It needs to discard a 1-man, I guess. Alright, 2 more draws. Is it 2 more draws? No, because I get the last one as well. So I have the Haite as well. Assuming there's no draw order changes. Or I don't get the ability to just Khan. Oh, late red. Late live red passes. So somebody's been gifted a safe one. Yep, it was Prospero. Haite. No Haite for me. Still, I'll take the draw. Pick up my 4,000. Or my effective 4,000 on the table. Rebalance and carry on. Okay, this is not a good hand. I would argue this is an abysmal hand. We're going to start with 3-man. Okay, we currently have 3 people queued up. Starfall, Aegon, and Mono, so we need 1 more for an additional table to start up. Yeah, I think we're just going to lean in from the side here, see if we can make this a Honitsu in Sozu, but we're unlikely to really get anywhere with this, I think. Especially as 2 of my Onitars are basically already in trouble. Let's go. Okay, so here we're going to change up, and we're actually now going to start looking towards a actual more sensible hand here. We've got Onitars we can get rid of if we want to, so we'll probably start doing that now that we've progressed a little bit up. Would involve me owning a Switch, which I don't have, but also we would kill each other playing Mario Party. Or kill somebody else. Okay, so we have 4 people queued up for ready for a game. So this will be Starfall, Aegon, Mono, Avarita. Good luck to all 4 of you. Game starting now. So this is East 4. So this is likely to end halfway through that second game. So we'll probably go observe that afterwards. We can play Dora East after this. Honestly, this is not a hand we're going to be involved with, I think. It's a shame, because this is the best chance for a comeback here. Triplet of those. Let's play the 4th green. So we're Rishanten here, technically. Draw the 5 or the 7 pin, and we get Riichi only to seal the dealership. I think somebody's got a pair of Souths. They're just holding for value, I think. Yeah, this is not looking... It's not looking like anything at this point. Late white. So, that doesn't actually change the equation all that much here. We'll still need a 7 pin regardless of which round this is, but the 9 is in theory a safer tile to get rid of. At least in the 3 over 6 right now. Well, maybe not actually. The 6 actually is just recently been played. Yeah, on that basis, we're going to play the 6 here. I don't think we're going to hit Tenpai anyway, but 7-man seems a little riskier. Okay, Plaza with a simples only dealer hand. Which is fine. We don't mind a repeat. This seems infinitely better than the last hand. We're not going to go for a 4-wind repeat. I doubt it was going to happen, but with 2 Dora and 2 Dora, 2 sequences, we probably don't want to risk ending this with a south wind reset. Oh, we just take this, don't we?
Oh.
Yeah, gotta take that. Dora free. This is gonna make this a little awkward, but drawing that would be amazing. Nicely done. So 1 call from Tenpai, preferably drawing that 3-pin. We draw the last 3-pin where you have not a good weight, but a weight I'd certainly take for... Absolutely would take a Dora, well, potentially a Tanyo Dora 4. I'm wondering if there's... No, we're going to actually cut this. I think... Yeah, let's move away from this. We don't... As fun as it is to be in a 3-pin weight in this position, this is definitely the better way round. Even if an 8's already been played. Hello, Rue.
Chi.
Ishanten.
Chi.
Fated Sanzo for Tanyo free. Ooh, Kandor as well. Can't reach. Can't reach. Well, can't dispute that. That is a good effort. Oh, that is a bad push. That is a bad push. I've got to imagine that Prospero has something huge, because that is a very bad push against the can't reach. Okay, we have Ton. We have options. Let's go north to start. Hello, Casper. Right. Hand's a little awkward. If we can get a Mungan out of this, we are top again. So, obviously that is the focus, if we can. Yakai's established. There's everything else that's kind of awkward on the hand at the moment. I say Yakai established. It's because East is usually not held onto as severely, but it's not definite that we'll get it. Okay, that's helpful. So I'd like to draw a 7-pin. Like to draw a 4-pin. Like to draw anything really to just try and advance this a bit more. Because speed is of the essence. Pair of 2s isn't the worst. So that's pair thing. So, I mean, East Dora 1 is not a bad dealer hand by any means. That's a little unfortunate given things, but hey. And also, I'm assuming the East aren't going to come out. Or they're still in the wall. Which is always the hope. That being said, we're the dealer, so we're going to push. Oh, somebody can call that for a triplet. Thank God they didn't. It's the worst feeling in the world when you get overcalled for sequence versus triplet. may have to play this white, though, next. Yeah. Play the white. This may activate somebody, but we are Ishanten ourselves now, so... East from Prospero to... Nope, didn't redress the balance. Okay, that looks like a better way around for this. So, 4-7 East. I mean, there's only... This is a 4K hand because we're dealer, but... That is awkward, but we can at least play safe against it. Downside is, I think that means 5 so is kind of awkward. We need that to be proven safe before we can do much with it. Alright, South should be fine. I want to attack, but this is obviously not... The hand's not amazing, I think is the truth of it. That was risky. We might not stay in this, but... I was about to say, I'm not entirely sure how we dodge it, though. Thankfully, that happened. So that's somebody else dealing in. That was a 1-4... Yeah, 1-4 reach. And 1 Uridura. So it looks like I'm just playing for second at the moment, which we can work with. Not impossible we can make a comeback here. This is a South bonus round. And these are usually entertaining in one way or another. Depends if I get a second one early or if something else happens to happen. The other thing, of course, is Lily is dealer, so Lily can definitely overtake us. I mean, everybody can overtake us, but you know, we have to worry about that this time, this game in particular. Okay, well, let's stick with this. So we're up to 3 pairs. It's not impossible that we just go Chitoy here. Until that end, we are playing 6-pin early. See, this is a good setup for other things. I think we play 1-pin and just give it another turn. Especially since, you know, Lily's probably on tan pin of some sort. Yeah, so that's looking a bit more pin-to-ish. Alright, let's cut the 5 so. So at worst, it's going to be South into a pair weight. But of course, we got the added complication of not having played this. Oh, has Mono done something evil? Well, it's Mono. We expect him to do some evil things from time to time. I guess the problem with the problem with this hand is we're probably going to have to go into a position where we have a South only weight. Oh, we just missed the possible Itsu. That's another thing that could happen here. Good news is we can always play the 1-so, which should be relatively safe against what Lily's up to. 5 so potentially is an opening. 5 man is potentially an opening here to allow us into a south wait, but we need to complete this sequence and we need to do something over here. However, that is a call, so probably a call for Tempai. Not going to take it. Pair of souths, you say? Well, that activates the hand. So, if we draw a 6 man, we're in the 1-4 weight with most of the 1s gone. In fact, all the 1s gone. It's entirely a 4 weight. Draw a 4, we're into a 6 weight only. It's a bonus thing, so we'd have to reach it. Eight pin. Hasn't played any Sozu, but I think this... Yeah, my original read is Town pin, so... That makes the 8 pin a lot more dangerous in this position. Oh, this is awkward. What do we play here? Play 6-0. It activates a hand, but I really didn't have anything definite there. And now it's really dangerous. We could easily deal in now. I have nothing safe against what she's doing. Yeah. Having to rely on that self, even though we drew the second one, we were always going to have a slow hand with that. And being Tanyo could be on absolutely anything. Thankfully, not a lot of value behind it. But yeah, not great. Cap is 70k. Yep, the cap is 70k. So if somebody does hit 70k, the game will end at the end of that hand. Well, yeah, the game will end at the end of the hand, and yeah, that'll go. But there is no busting out either, so you can go negative. Both are definitely possible. South to play. He's the bonus, but I think we're looking more towards being just Tanpin here. Which hopefully will have enough speed to get past everything. If we can luck into an early 5-man draw, we've potentially got a Sanch for this. It's possible that we do other things, though. Okay, Flowers with a second Dragon Core. So we're 18,000 behind Plaza. It's not impossible that we can catch him up, but we would need direct hits at this point, I think. Or just huge hands, of course. Yeah, I don't think Tanyo is necessarily going to get us there, but that's what we're doing at the moment. We shall see. Okay, Flaza looks like they're off. Okay, Sanchku Part 1 done. Still need to draw a 5-man. And probably a pair of Forsos, actually, with one already done. We'll keep going and say hi to Ryan. That's always possible as well. Sampin.
Chi.
Yeah, I'm okay with forcing this a little bit. Looks like Haku only just rushing, which is fine, but does have its problems. So pivoting here, we know the 4's safe. They played an early 1. This is our most likely culprit for what we can get rid of. I know the 3-4-5 Sanchku is a thing, but really I'm just looking at Tanya to secure second, I'd guess. 5 mana being safe for this turn's cycle is quite good. There's a chance Plaza plays one. Triplet of 6s is not the best. Not for us, anyway. Not having got rid of that 4. So 3 and 2 mana are quite isolated in terms of what tiles are left to interact with them. 3 1s, 3 4s. So we're going to play the 3 mana now. Yeah. Isolated, it was a single weight or nothing. But I'm okay with a white dragon deal in there. That actually is weirdly better than Lily winning something. Of course, I could have easily dealt into a Lily with that, so it wasn't a calculated definite deal in, but I figured if it dealt in to the one obvious hand, it was going to be reasonable, and if it didn't, well, we'll see. But this was a probable playing for second at this point. Yeah, shenanigans are happening, but this is Mono. Is Mono back to his trick of just bluffing Kokshi every hand? Secret Alliance? Oh dear. Is Mono about to hit the level cap? Hello, Kyril. You join a tight game for second. And apparently shenanigans going on the other table. Argument I should have discarded a 9 there, I guess. But we've still got that chance at Sanchiku, so, you know, I gotta at least consider it. Because it's a 2-hand increase, and we'd need that to get Plaza with anything at this point. We must stop the Mono. No, there is no stopping the Mono. Okay, Ishan 10 for Sanchiku, Dora 1. So the draw has to be 5, so I think. Oh, 8-pin. 8-pin's also a fair draw here. We would reach on the red 5 if we needed to. We'd even call it if Plaza played the 8-pin here, I think. Oh, that's awkward. But I think given how far in we are, we go for this. We stick with the plan. It seems as if Mono has been stopped. I don't know how I feel about that, except to say, Wibble. Technically 616, but sure. Riichi. Okay, there's Riichi. How safe, if at all, is a Forso play here? Probably not at all. Thankfully, East is safe, so we can keep going for a little bit. 5-so being safe means we can technically still do this. Although somebody's considering it. Okay, so Prospero has to have a bonus tile of some kind. And Plaza deals in. So, on the one hand, this makes it easier for me to go into This makes it easier for me to have a shot at winning, although I need Hanneman and some Hanneman Sumo, I think. Actually, Plaza's dealer. Would Mangan Sumo do it? 8,000 trade plus 2,000, 2,000. Yeah, no, I need Hanneman, whatever I do here. Hanneman Sumo, or we're not dealing, or I just need a big enough hand to secure second. Either way, battle is on. Unfortunately, Prospero is going for a quick win, which is the worst thing that I could have right now. Oh well, looks as if it is going to be that kind of game then. So, 4-pin does absolutely nothing for me here. Let's just play West. Yeah, in general, this 4-pin's not a bad draw at this stage, in all truth, but it just isn't helping. At least not with the requirements I have. Honestly, it's going to be probably blind reach, hope for Ur at this stage. Or hope I get some carnage a bit later. Useful draw. Yeah, so technically Ishanten, but Ishanten for a hand that's worth nothing. I mean, even in context of getting a Lily, I need double Ura to get past her. And Prospero's on a one-suit Sozu hand. Okay, not the worst. Let's play 9-7 here. So, Ipeiko, draw a 1, reach, hope. Ipeiko and draw a 1 means I can get above Lily. If I draw a 3, it's Pinfu as well, so that would give us definitely the hand that would overtake for second. So that's the priority here. I don't think there's a realistic possibility that it gets 3 more to get to Hanneman, but as it turns out, doesn't matter anyway. My calculations are meaningless. There is the win. And we take a 26th third place. Negative 3.8, but we can live with a negative 3.8. Alright, let's see what is going on the table of death. I'm expecting death. Okay, so Avarice is down 1,000. Mono is on 68. And Aegon picks up a small win for 2-7. And I think this is going to put Mono to 666. Yep, it does. There will be enough for a second table, but I'm obviously doing some observation on this round at the moment. So Mono's dealer turn is over. Aegon is in second on the points he started with, more or less. And also we need to reveal some hands. So currently we have Rue and we have Prospero queued up. I will let people know, but I'm doing a little bit of observation here. Okay, Aegon with a reasonable starting hand here. Depends. I can see there's a door. There's a door south in everybody's hand. So now this is going to be an interesting observational game of watch what they do with it. Maya just gets rid of it. So that actually is probably going to help everybody else out. I was hoping for more chaos. Honestly, Aegon's hand's getting there. It's... Thank you. Just seeing what everyone else is currently working with at this stage, but Aegon looks to have... I think that's about the same. I'd have to look at what the discards are like here, but yeah, okay. So 9's possibly a little stronger than the 3 in that position. In fact, it probably almost certainly is. What are we talking about? Also, I've unfortunately covered my chat back. One disconnected. Oh, wait, he's back. Okay, well, that happened quick enough that I wasn't even paying attention to it, so sorry. Alright, Aegon Ishanten. But here comes the mono attack. Has mono established the culture of fear that is going to allow him to win? Or is Aegon able to fight through this? Okay, mono Ishanten with that 2 draw. Okay, 3 calls. So the good news from everybody else's perspective is that most of the winners are in people's hands and are likely to stay there. But obviously now, mono has 3 calls. How much is that fear going to take hold? Probably it might have been better for you to switch that up. You already have a pair, kinda, so you could have switched 4 for 5 there. Aegon possibly improved your odds. But I imagine that discarding a 5-man here is awkward anyway. Although 4 is a safe tile, 5 isn't. Mono bluffs a lot. But yeah. If somebody's made 3 calls, they're in Tenpai. Okay. 5-8 doesn't really change a lot. I suppose it gives you the possibility of going Ipeiko and dealing in on the 6-pin. You might also be considering Chitoi, which is a bad thought based on what the winning tiles actually are. Not a terrible one in context if you can find out the 3-pin's safe. But you're less likely to find that out because, you know, you have all of them. Oh dear, Aegon's about to deal in. You could discard the 9 and just ignore the thing there, but you know. I mean, it wasn't Chito at that point, but it's Ipeiko that he could just have. Doesn't have to reach with it. And he only deals in for 1,000. 1,000 is not anything to worry about at any point, really, but you know. It moves the game on, so, I mean, even from Aegon's perspective of finishing second, that's actually even not a bad move. I mean, I wasn't tracking the end too hard, but did you know where Ovadora were? Where Ovadora revealed? Can't remember. Oh, well, Aegon's rewarded with quite a nice starting hand here. We have 3 people currently waiting for a game here. I will jump in if nobody else wants to. Elsewise, I'm going to keep observing this. At least one more hand. See if Aegon can pull this off, because his hand's looking quite close. You've discarded 4 honor tiles. You still have honor tiles. The plan is continue on with those honor tiles. Okay, cool. And Ishanten. And he says above 5 should do it. Oh, it looks... Oh, okay. I think that's spoilers for something, but we'll see. So I'll watch the end of this then. I was going to start a new game up, but we'll wait until we see the end of this and then shuffle up. I would pause the game, but I already know that this is the comment that was made, and it apparently was over quite quickly. This was indeed something. So Aegon Ishanten on the 4-7. I mean, Eastern's a bad thing for him to get rid of here. Actually, Mono could end it with this hand, actually, the way it's kind of looking here. He doesn't need too much. Mangan would do it. But no, he doesn't even need that. He needs 3k. So Aegon, yep, correct not to call. That is a little unfortunate for him, but he might get out of that. Okay, here we go. Mono for the win. Well, Aegon picks up the win. Why Dragon only? So this is securing Aegon's thing at this point. I mean, Riichi, you were still multiple away. I'm surprised you pushed the 7 there after with a reach that could end the game on the table. But here we go. Mono then with another 3,400 required. But Aegon steals down at the start of South 1. Yeah, I do, to be honest, but that's fine. I don't think you did. You really didn't. But I understand you felt that way. I mean, look at the hand you've been rewarded with after this. You have a really good starting hand. I'm not entirely sure why Aegon would be carning this in a purely how to, you know, get this game sorted situation. He has Tanya, though, so I mean, trying to push it as from Tanya as dealer. But yeah, we'll see. I'm sure that won't help Mono out at all. So I don't know if he gets a second one later, which is possible. So 2 away, but you have to start tossing some Dora tiles. Yeah, I mean, you see, Aegon's hand isn't a bad one at all. Unfortunately, there is the reach from Mono, so this is a 5-man closed reach with all the frees done. So, I mean, 1 out, marginal. 2 of them in Avarita's hand. Let's hope that doesn't get to anything, although, in fairness, I don't see Avarita discarding those. So 1 left. And unfortunately, because I know the game is over, I know it's going to get drawn or played. Doesn't look as if Avarita should be the one to play it, though. Oh. Aegon, you didn't lose the 2nd place from this, did you? No, it's cheap enough. Reach Symbols Dora. I was worried about the Khan Dora and just that potentially causing some problems. Well, GG. Mono breaks 70k, is the first player to do that in the Stars of Confusion season, and that causes the automatic Mercy Rule victory. 71 points to the Mono. So, GG. Okay, let's have a look at what we're looking at then. So, Rue is getting into this one. I might do odds versus evens here, just because of the way this works out. So, Lily, Starfall, Mono. That would put me against Prospero, Aegon, Avarita, and myself, obviously. Alright, good luck all. Somehow plummeted to last place. I mean, it was possible with Kandor that would have happened, but... Okay, starting north, 1 Dora, couple of useful connections, and some loose tiles. Alright, let's see. Probably not a hand I would west reset here. Oh, it's fine. Mono's a beginner player. He mentions this a lot of the time. He is a beginner. Complete beginner. Also a former champion of Tiles of Confusion, but you know, that's a side note. That's a side point. He only did that because he won 6 games in a row that one time. And then just was consistent enough to not lose those points. A skill I have never mastered. Okay. 8-so doesn't help me. So, hopefully just Pinfu with this one. Pinfu 1 would be fine. Let's get rid of the 2-4, I guess. Could have got rid of the 1, I suppose, but is currently our pair at this stage, or at least our potential 2 free weight. Indeed, there are many levels of beginner. Some might even go as high as expert. An expert beginner. I think an expert beginner probably quantifies Mono's skill level to a T. Okay. Awkward that we cut the full 2-3-4 sequence, and Aegon takes the call. So, Manzu Hanitsu or bonus tile, do we think? Probably bonus tile, but we'll see. If it is bonus tile, red is a contender, green is a contender. Red, green, east, actually, those are the 3 you could have. Could have Sanshikyu, I suppose, although he has just cut both 3s, so it seems less than optimal. 2 pin, so we have another Honitsu on the left. Not the worst draw in the world. So 7s. 9, 9, 9. 3 9's gone. 8 would be a pair weight if he's on it. I mean, 6-3 wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for us to be on. 3 has also been played on. 3 of them gone. 6 pin, also a couple of those gone. He's played a red now, so we know red's fine. Do we reach on the 7 pin, really? Yeah, well, there's one of them left. This is a hellweight reach, but it's late enough in the game that I kind of, considering that I'm not going to get much improvement out of this hand anyway, so...
Riichi.
Okay. Let's go for a hellweight 7 pin reach. This is probably giving away points, but we'll see. Maybe people consider late in the game and just let it go. Yeah, Aegon's dealer, he's not going to fold at that point. Not sure he's got a hand yet. He could have Chanter, although his discards are a bit awkward for that. Counter reach from Prospero. So, yeah, this has been a fun round the table. Thankfully, 7-man was safe a couple of turns ago. Is it still safe to Aegon? Aegon still go for it. So it's Honitsu. Means he probably would play a 7-pin if he had no choice. No matter. There's the Ron for Avarita. Just taking up a Toy. If we say North Tiles, he played some risky stuff after that, but that's fine. It occurs to me I'm on a table with people who don't know how to defend. Which is good and it is bad. Also, if that sounds insulting in the various plays abilities, I know Prospero is extremely good on his day. Aegon has the luck of the gods at times. Avarita, I'm less sure about with the skill level, but he knows the game at least. Okay, do we go Chitoy then? I kind of got the feeling this is a Chitoy go here. We got 2 Dora, so we could even just go Toy here. The downside is with Toy is that a lot of these are middle tiles pairs we got currently, so we're less likely to get the opportunities to call them. Still, let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't know what that T-pin with this guy was about, actually. Should have just played the 6. Toy or a 2? We're going to pass the first one. We might... We'll see. I think if that was a 5 or a 3 or a 5, I'd probably have called it and just tried for it, because I think that they're the more tricky ones to get completed. But honestly, we need a little bit of help if we're going to advance anywhere else. West also 2 of them out, so we probably have to get that next. But let's see. White's live. Okay, we've committed. About to find out whether this is a correct thing to have committed to, but let's see. We still need to pair something up, though, even with this plan, so... I mean, we called. I'm not sure it was a good call. We'll see. Now we're out. Well, I say now we're out. Now I should be out. The hope is I can somehow swing this into a toy. Swing this into a Tanya rather than not a Twitter. Oh, yeah. Well, Egan's calling with Dragon Dora, so we're just going to let the big hand happen wherever it's going to happen here. We have 2 definite safe discards. We have a 3rd definite safe discard. And we're still technically in. If we can make the 4-man pass. Although, admittingly, I think... Oh, yeah, okay, no, actually, we're not in. No, our weight is dead. But there's the wrong. Yeah, I've got... Yeah, just everything going kind of wrong with that. Not much we could do in that position. Still, let's see. Isolate tile that's near the door. We'll get rid of that first. And other than that, the rest of the hand seems decent. Egan discarding Dora on turn 1. That was always my trick on Tenho, actually. That'll discarding my Seat Wind. Okay, more off-wind calls. So Honitsu probably from Aegon. Or something. Yeah, I'm happy to let those two go. Actually, we're going to get Cup of Nines entirely here. I know there's a possible Itsu chance, but realistically, I'm more invested in what can improve down here. Maybe get one of these two down the line. Maybe move us into Tanyo just to give us that buffer here. I mean, 3-pin's a perfect draw for us right now. Alright, end of row 1 east. Gives us a free draw. Or gives us a redraw anyway. 3-pin? No, Prospero wants to go for it as well. White should be relatively safe. I'm actually going to hold that a little bit longer here. Hello, kitty. Well, I've dropped 3 pairs. Always feels good. There's that 3-pin I needed. Is the 3-pin going to be dead? Or nope. Not interested in adding to Mayhem on this board just yet. That's a good question. Do we keep the 5 here? I think we do. We can play the white for now anyway, since we were holding that as kind of as our last safe tile, but there's a chance we can do something with this. We might also end up getting rid of this. Well, some side of this down the line. Okay, that's a pair there. East, we have that. Alright, let's risk the 5.
Chi.
So, Ishanten. It's a little clunky, but that's a double run. So we were basically a half step behind that one, but it is fine. Nothing much for us to worry about there. Points can be re-earned back. Also, hello, demo. Yeah, I'm not interested in a North reset. It seems unlikely, but you still don't want it. Well, I mean, it was a triple call, but that doesn't count for that kind of nonsense. That's also a fortuitous draw immediately after somebody plays one. So draw something connected to the 3 or 6 pin, and then... Okay, well, we've got the more difficult bit. Dora. So something connected to the 3-6 pin, and then see where this goes. Draw one more of the things we got paired, and have ourselves a potential Salanko. Not yet, but that's the more dangerous style, so we get rid of that now. I mean, Tondora 1 wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for us to just put some points on the board. We know West is going to be safe regardless of anything else, so we got that for our tile in case things change. Gotta be aware 2 calls have been made, of course, but... Yeah, not going to take the east only thing at this point. There's only one of those left. So I prefer to reach and have the pair weight. Well, seems like I'm going to be stuck in Ishanten hell for a little bit. To be fair, this is a bit of an awkward one anyway, so... Ooh. Interesting. Does that actually change the equation much? I mean, to be fair, I'm more likely to deal in with these two anyway, so... So that might not actually make any difference whatsoever, but it's an interesting side to the equation.
Kan.
Can we do a no? We're not aligned correctly for Riichi Patsu Haite Sumo, but maybe. But equally, I didn't have a lot of other options with this, and I don't have the ability to call anymore. I think. Yeah.
Note.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to complain too much. That wasn't my dealer turn, but. But really, there was no point in not taking the extra draw at that stage. Okay, paramates. So the question is, can we draw that Dora tile quickly here? Drawing a 7, so this hand's probably away, but until then... Kind of at the whim of things. That's an okay draw, though. Help sets us up a little bit. Gives us a couple of potential options. What I probably should have done is played the 5 pin rather than 8, but there's more useful things that can be around that. Yeah, even here, this feels bad, but... Well, now we know. That is a good draw, though. So, Ishanten, potentially for a two-sided weight as well. And we have a definite safe tile if we want to go for it. That's it. Any mid to low Sozu gets us there. So this puts us into that. It's not going to be a Salanko, unfortunately, but
Riichi.
it's a free-sided weight, so take a 258. And potentially still a Khan up, but pursuit reached by Aegon. So, are 5 winners better than what Aegon's got? Or are we randomly on the same thing? Could be a thing. North says no. Oh, that's a bad discard right now. Is somebody going to be tempted to go for things? No. Yeah, Prospero defending out. Possibly Avarita defending out as well, actually, come to that. That's a questionable one against 2 Riichis, but we have potentially hit a monster here. Ah, no Kandora. Still, deal a Mungan. And our reward is not a very good starting hand. 1 pin. Avdora, which is nice, and that's going to be connected whichever side of this we end up getting, which is nice as well. But yeah, I was hoping for something a little better than this. Still, we're still in East 4. The game has got a long way to run yet. Useful draw on that side. Potentially leads us to a double run. So ideally one of you are in the free man there. 4th turn White Dragon. Yeah, we have an early reach from Prospero. Well, we can play safety into the first bit and then just see what happens. Doesn't need Patsu, so at least not maximum value coming back at us. C1 will play 1. And probably lean us into a Tanyo here. Tanyo 1 would be fine. Aegon does not fear the curse of Asanzo. Okay. Another pair. That gives us 4 pairs. Do you have anything that works against that? No, it's not definite, but this is a Suji on both sides. So it'd have to be a closed up, whatever it is. I got nothing on the rest of it, though. Okay, Aegon goes south. And it is a Mungan Sumo. A little annoying, but I have the gap that's mitigated a little bit. Second, 4k down to Avarita. going into South 1. Kinda needs it. Okay, pleased. Looks like it's going to be a Manzi Honitsu attempt from Aegon here, but... yeah, but it's 10 down Aegon. He can make a comeback. It is possible. It is within him to do this. Although not if Prospero keeps calling things. White Dragon. West does not a lot for us. Yeah, it is. I mean, to be fair, we did have our first instance of the Mercy Rule being introduced. Mono is the first person to actually win the maximum. Okay, Ishanten. Draw a 4-pin here, that'd be ideal. Didn't happen. Here's the question, do I want to stick with this? You know what, I don't know if that's the correct move or not. Oh dear. Don't let them bully you. Counter bully.
Chi.
Call for Tempai. So 4-pin for the win then. Sumo. He does have his moments. Okay, so Gap is now 2,000 points to the lead. But it's Prospero's dealer turn, and he can definitely put us back in the third if he gets off a good enough start here. Yeah, Prospero is more than capable of mounting something from this position. Let's play South. We'll just force it on turn 2. Draw another one on turn 3. Move on from it. I think in truth, the one person I fear at the Mahjong table more than anybody else is the Shadowhawk, because he does literally anything in the name of entertainment. And jam, of course. And honestly, being in the back of his head as he plays Mahjong is sometimes really scary. Alright, Aegon with the Khan. He's in last place. Nothing to lose. Why not? It's also Northeast is win, and that is a deal-in. Alright, the comeback begins. North 1. 26. So that mitigates the threat from below. Got to go with the jam when it's flowing, absolutely. We're getting a lot of mediocre starts, but in fairness, not the worst. And we do only need 2,000, so it's not as if I have to try and force a value out of this. That being said, Aegon needs a couple of big hands to make a proper comeback here. Not impossible, but he does need a couple of big hands. That is a good draw. That technically he puts a sea shunt in for reach and nothing. Or reach draw of 1, technically. Indeed, shapes are definitely shapes. South. Force it now, even though we are sitting south. Not worth holding on to the single at the moment. Probably should just be cutting... Well, we could have cut the 2 for it, I suppose. But drawing the 3, I'd probably be inclined to then get rid of this. Maybe lean ourselves a bit more into a possible Chanter situation. Well, Junchan, not Chanter, but yeah. Okay, Aegon with 2 calls. Dragon 1. So, if he's built that optimally, Toy Toy, Dragon 1, Mangan. Thankfully, we know 3-man's safe against him. Also 5-man at the moment. This would be the ideal time for us to draw a 1-pin. Or that'll do. Okay. So, we're leaning into this potential Junshan. I mean, if we draw the 1-4 swap, it's happening, but 2... Well, we'll see. The downside of that, of course, it means that now we're into a 4-pin weight with this, so the Jinchan's out unless stuff happens. I suppose technically we could draw another 2-pin, 3-pin. That would technically get us that way round, but at this stage I'd be quite happy with just Tenpai. Yeah, it looks like just Tenpai might be what's going on.
Riichi.
Reach on the door indicator. Yep, both sides of a Suji played. Prospero's on a Sozu as well, so they might just not have any 6s left if he's got a pair or triplet of them. But reach draw a 2. And the table is attacking it. Yep, the nightmare scenario has just happened, but Dagon has dealt into us. That was the nightmare scenario, but he just had the Dora as well as for his Toy Toy. 5-2 though. And we take the lead into our dealer turn, so 1,000 points to end the game. Let's go. Yeah, absolutely. No, that is the right... He absolutely correctly pushed it, and it's an incidental wait. Both halves of the siege trap are out. Really, he's got door at 4, Toy. You go for it at that stage, especially when you're in last place and have nothing to lose from it. Yeah, it's correct moves was made. Here it's looking like we're just going to have a reach only for something, but we might be able to finagle a pin through if we get fortunate here. Or we just discard 8s the entire game. Okay, getting there. So we draw the 4-man we have Pinfu, which is all we need. I got 2 of that actually somewhere. Oh, no, I had a second of those. Actually, I think I sold the other one. I used to have 2 of that. Oh, it was just one of the Kickstarter things that I would have with that webcomic when they were fundraising. Only £7-8, I think. It's just an add-on to something else he was ordering. Huh. I think we still play that. As much as we're still isolating ourselves, we can still draw a 6 here to help this side out. Obviously 4's the ideal draw, but the 6s are still available. Or we just draw a pair of them, I guess. That works too. So now, whichever side of that we draw, we actually have Tenpai for it the other way. So yeah, that works. There we go. Don't need to reach because we don't want to... You know, we don't have to give any indicator. 1 for Pinfu. The onus is on other people to push, but... Over to a Sanshku. Nope, just Tanyo. Makes it awkward, but I'm still going to play into it. I probably should be more wary of it, in truth, because he's got Dora, but the most I can fall to, I think, is second, unless he has a monster. And staying in Tenpai for the win seems good against this, because, I mean, if I go out of it, I'm just going to lose to a normalish hand from Eberita, and he's already got the points indicated he needs to overtake me. Got him. 39. It's unfortunate, but again, the same kind of logic applied there. I was only going to fall into second. Medoro could have been worse in truth, but that would take points. Arguably shouldn't have necessarily gone into that, but it is fine. Stuff has happened. Okay then, let's have a look at the monster table then. Actually, this is a monster table. Lily's on it as well. Yeah, as mentioned, you had the points to overhaul me, so I was pretty much committed to stay in whatever I was doing. Because the chances were if I'd left it, you were probably going to finish anyway, so it's fine. Could have tried to go around the door in truth, but it would have been awkward. Anyway, where are we? Mono on 42, Starfall on 35. It looks like this game has just ended, so we will cycle the tables around for the next game, I think, and not have the Table of Doom. Okay, Riichi and deal-in. Is unfortunate. I mean, I was definitely having bronze table vibes at the start of that game, I'm not gonna lie, but it did calm itself out. It was just a call heavy game, in truth. Okay, so mono, any win will do. Starfall needs a free hand for victory. Lily needs a lot to make a comeback. Rue needs a lot to take second. Hanneman, I think. To take third, sorry. I mean, I could live with it. I'm generally positive on the day at the moment. We'll see how game 3 treats me, but you know. Yeah, no worries. As I said, I'm going to watch this, and then we're going to see who's left for tables. Demo gets in because he's with us at the start, and then we'll see. Yeah. I wish I was good enough to find that out in truth, Demo, but I'm not quite. Also, generally not very motivated to get up into the Jade Rooms. Yeah, sometimes jam flow happens. In this case, Starfall is currently suffering anti-jam flow, but I guess Mono is just trying to close out the game, or at least bluff that he's closing out the game. Rue looks like he's Ishanten for at least a Dora 2 hand. Not much to really get back into that in truth, but is a possibility you could upgrade to hand 1 with a Riichi. Get lucky with some Uradura, see what happens. I mean, the problem with that is you get yourselves into bad situations that you have to kind of bluff your way out of. And this isn't necessarily a group of players who believe in falling. This is a group of players who believe in calling bluffs. For good, bad, or other. And some who aren't even aware that bluffs have been made and just assume that is how you play. And certainly I have days like that. Anyway, one is still nowhere with this, but you know. It would be strange for Mono to not be tempiping here. Well, currently we have 6, so we'll see. Demo is definitely playing as mentioned because obviously wasn't in the last cycle of them. I mean, no. Bluffing is definitely a thing you can do. Mono's as well. So we do have... Oh no, that's 6. Somebody's dropped out and Mono's come in. That's what's confused me. Rue also... Is that... No, not quite. Oh, it's Lily who's in the 7 pairs on the 2-pin. So 2-man for 2-pin. I guess that makes a sense here. No, it might be better. Nope. Sides against it, which is fair. I mean... This is a long while ago. I mean, this is back when we were playing on Tenho, possibly even before we had a proper league table. But one of my favourite bluffs I've ever pulled off was against Viking, one of the original players in the group. He had basically made 2 early calls and was definitely looking at Honitsu with Dora. So I made 2 calls immediately after that when I could as well. And I was looking like a Manzu, a different Honitsu with Dora. Without Dora this time. But still, it's... Yeah, I was able to bluff him. I was actually winning on the 3rd weight. But it looks as if both of us had Honitsu calls. which was fun. Anyway, Mono picks up a victory, which is his second of the day, and means he is well on his way towards his 6th, which he's going to use to lord it over the rest of us. Okay, so Demo gets into game 1. So if I left it as odds evens, this would be Starfall, Plaza, Lily. Let's, you know what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to actually do some dice rolling here. Because, you know, we'll do random chances on things. So that is Plaza going into this with Demo. We then have 6, who is me, depressingly. And that would be Starfall. This is a horrible table for me to be on at this point. So Demo, Plaza, and Starfall. The other table would be Prospero, Rue, Mono, and Lily. So, yeah. Good luck. I don't think there's a way for me to really do this that's not going to be terrible here. I'm always super excited to play with terrible, terrible plays that I'm going to make into some really good players who are going to take advantage of these terrible, terrible plays. Let the chaos begin! Okay, we're starting dealer. We have a good start. Sunpin. Sansu. Mono again. Yeah, sorry. I really need to put a veto system on who's going to play against who if you've had multiple games. But maybe I'll think about some way to track that better going forward. So, the high end here, we got Sanchiku, Chanta, possibly Stuff and Things. No, that takes that out of the equation. We're not doing that. And probably trying to cut the 1-2 to see if this works. But this is a good starting hand here. Tudora Pinfu. As dealer. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get too invested in that, really. I don't have a lot of time for it. Or at least that's the use I'm going to use. Interesting. So, Ishanten for Reach Dora 2.
Riichi.
See, there's an aggressive correct move here, but I'm going to go 9, so... Yeah, I think we're just going to have to play around it, unfortunately. Oh, I had a... The dream was potentially there. Well, we have Dora free, so we're going to counter Reach if we get the Tempai here. 6, 9, 1, 4... That is a shame. I can't play the white, I don't think. More problems. And there's the Apatsu on my dealer turn. I didn't deal him, but that's almost as bad. Yeah, just a casual Hanneman on my dealer turn. Well, I had all the Dora as well. Okay. We had a good starting hand. That's unfortunately the way Mahjong works. It's just not falling together for us. Anyway. Not going to take that call. Probably... Do I even want to consider that as an option? I might have to consider it as an option, but I don't like it. Let's play 5-pin. It's a nice slightly tile for the moment. It's a middle Dora, but let's see if it's going to work for us. It's not. But let's see anyway. Okay, maybe there's a chance it's on. So that's 4 pairs. That's unfortunate. Well, keep the bluff of the Sozi Honitsu alive, I suppose. Keep calls on for the time being, although probably going to cut it. Oh, that's another. We got 2 pairs. Would have been Tenpai if we'd have done this correctly, although no guarantees of that. Hair. We're not decommitted from it, but I am assuming... Well, we'll see. Okay. G-Toy's back on. And now we have enough calls that we want to turn that off. Ooh, Riichi. But Riichi Dora. Well, that equals out the game a little bit, which I'm just now 11k behind. So Hanneman gets us back. Alright, sitting north. North is Dora. Can we draw a second north? Not just yet. Drawing a second north makes this hand much, much better, because that gives us the option of just going for other shenanigans. However, I think the shenanigans again are we going for Chi-Toy. We have 4 pairs already. The remaining tiles are a little awkward, but still seems like the best play. Certainly was until that happened. Yes, we have safety against this. Maybe I just have to... Yeah, I guess we just have to go around it. Yeah, dealing into that right now would be terrible. Even if it is cheap. Alright, now let's see if we can return the favor. If it's Vlasa's dealer turn and we Hanneman, that resets our little disagreement from earlier. Not likely to Hanneman with this, but... Okay, North Gulf Starfall. I guess, given that we see 5 and 3, it doesn't make that much difference, actually. We just don't want to be on the low end of needing both. So we go for the 5-7 for that particular setup. And we're slightly getting rid of these 3 just to see if we can get ourselves to Tanyo. as things improve. I was keeping 2. There was an argument for that for 2, 3, 4 Sanchiku, but seems an unlikely one at that point. Well, we dropped a pair of West. What could that possibly mean? That I got rid of it 1 turn too soon. I'm on the Marmite right now. Definitely on the Marmite. And I like Marmite, but not right now. Draw the 4th, I just rage quit. Did not draw the 4th. Not drawing anything else useful, but I didn't draw the 4th, so it's all good. Okay, let's lean ourselves into this Tanya then. One red play. It's not safe, but equally it should be fine to just hold on to for the time being.
Riichi.
Reach, followed by Reach. Well, I don't know a lot to say about this. I'm just going to play the 2 so that was safe previously. And see what happens. Well, I feel stuffing things. Plaza Richipatsu, red 5 Mangan. Richipatsu Tudora Mangan. Unfortunate. I mean, I didn't have a lot of safe tiles. I probably would have ended up dealing into that the same, in truth. So, well, my luck's not in terms of building my hands. It is in at least with dodging the discards of Doom, I suppose. Hatsu. Another Hatsu. That's right. It feels like every discard I've made the option of between 2 has backfired on me immediately. I'm fully expecting to draw another White Dragon here, which wouldn't be a backfire. They've already been played, but fully expecting it. Hey, it didn't happen. The game wasn't brave enough to call my bluff there. Oh, this is getting a little depressing. The only thing I can say about that is at least it wasn't a dealer one. Okay. East 4. And I tried to kill my microphone. Everything should still be working though. Yep. Okay. Well, me and Staff will need a mass change of fortunes in the South round. Although if only one of us gets it, I'd prefer it to be me. Starfall clearly feels differently. Okay, draw a 5-pin. Okay, Flars are looking at the Manzu Honitsu, which is unfortunately where most of our discards need to go at the moment. That being said, we are kind of building towards just a Tanya or a 2 here, so there is that. You can potentially take this. How brave am I feeling? Do I have any other options?
气
No. Although 2-7 then gone, this is not the best way, but... Okay, Flowers gets the Subo. Toy Toy Honitsu. Which doesn't really affect things, except I've got to worry about Flowers hitting the limit at this point. Okay. Whatever happens, we need to win this hand. So, let's go. Okay, let's go for Toy Toy Dragon at this point, I think. Chi-Toy is also an option. Depends what we get to first. Okay, Dragon and go, I think, is the play right now. Well, this stage you've got a force. South passing's important. We now have another safe tile as well. Unfortunately, Starfall's determined to give him the win. That, unfortunately, is probably the end of my aspirations of a comeback. And Starfall's still close enough that he can overhaul me here. Oh, it's one of those games where I just don't feel I've had a hand all game. So what am I? 23k behind at this stage. We are looking to Chitoi again, but I don't know if that's necessarily a good play or not. Riichi, Tanyo, Chitoi, Mangan. Maybe. Although with 2 pairs already dropped again. This stage would be more than happy with just the Ipeiko. That, however, is an interesting draw. Adds an option. Khan doesn't really add a lot, unless somebody's got some Wests. But I more than support the Riichi endorsement here. Oh, sorry, the Khan endorsement. Maybe I should have tried to force it, but if we can reach, we got a chance of potentially just amplifying things for ourselves. Okay, Ishanten. Riichi, Ipeiko. If you draw a 6-man, it's a Pinfu. And 2 Kandora. Yeah, we will go for it last minute reach if we can, because we need it. Can't get it now, of course, but... So that's just a case of can we call for Tenpai? Nope. Just not able to hit it.
Pong.
That was a bad discard, by the way, but we're gonna see what happens with this one. Yeah, it was a very bad discard. Whoops. Oh well. Clearly a sign that I'm not thinking through things, but we'll see. Oh! That was unfortunate. I sped draw and then the hand shifted, of course, like it does. So, yeah, this is gonna go badly now. Oh dear. So the 8-pin was definitely not meant to be discarded. The North definitely was the worst thing I could have played. At least I have 2 white dragons. That kind of undoes my damage. That's got to be our pair, though, so that's the worst thing I could have worked out with that. Are there any more dragons I can draw? Can I still go into a Shosangan Honitsu with this? Yeah, that's going to be infinitely better for me. Especially if I can Chancer it. Drawing of a dragon would be a huge. And it is. Okay, so possible dragon, double Fanpai Chanter, Honitsu.
Riichi.
Yeah, CG, we are gonna play that. We are gonna play 5-man, but yeah, you can have that. Interestingly, towards the end, we could have had a pair of each of the dragons, but... Well, Demo's win doesn't change the equation for us an awful lot. It just means we lose points. We are probably still third out of this, but we'll see. Or last. Multi-Dora. I guess not a lot I can really fight for with this one. Okay, triplet of the 5s. I mean, there's Carnage we could do, potentially. Not a reason not to do Carnage either. Gene Stealer. West round. That one's getting... I mean, we don't mind a West round. They're always interesting. Not going to happen here. Nonetheless, Starfall's going to sumo a Yakuman at the end. We're maximizing our chances of potentially adding some value. It's not likely to happen. Yes, our kitty is currently allowing himself to have his belly scratched.
No, he's just eating my hand.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Because I dared to try to scratch the belly. I know, no bellies allowed, right? Yeah. He shows it to you, but you can't touch it.
Oh,
Big old teeth that way.
To be honest, I'm kind of in the mood to play a 4th after this, but only because this has been such a depressing game. From my personal perspective. I'll have to check, but I think I'm not sure I've hit Tenpai more than once. I mean, that doesn't even change anything, does it? Except that it's a likely deal in target. Oh well.
Riichi.
Fine. Let's go. Reach on the 7-man. 7-so. Let's see what happens. Can we end this nightmare?
Nope.
Probably not. I mean, in fairness, I mean, the only reason for ending it at this stage is to just make sure I finish in third with a few points. It will only be a few points. Well, Starfall deal in or Plaza deal in, only remaining moves, but nice reach draw 2, Haite. Nope, not quite.
Tenpai.
Was in the same winning hand as Demo, which is fine, doesn't really change a lot. I gain 1,000 points back, which is what I reached. South 4 repeats, because Demo has not taken the lead yet. So Operation Get Out of This Nightmare hasn't quite worked. Those are fun.
Huh?
The Horowitz.
Kids are young adult, right?
Sort of.
Sorting them into kind of books. Down here in the corner is your kids' books from childhood. That'll be young adults and gaming stuff up top. And adult books.
Yes, but let's talk about those while I'm on stream.
Well, adult books like The Subtle Knife and The Secret Army. And something about Macbeth.
The Secret Army is a children's book, but you know.
Oh, I don't know. It didn't have a picture on the front, so I didn't know.
Well, then he doesn't have a picture on the cover because I apparently have lost the cover at some point.
Also, you stole this from Simon, apparently.
Possibly. Anyway, yeah, Demo's about to win, so... So nothing. Demo's about to win. But not yet. He's stringing this out. Come on, Demo. That was supposed to be your chance. You couldn't have got one more out of that.
Let's go, Demo. Let's go.
No more. He's had his chances. No more. Now I've got to take an active step in ending this nonsense.
No more, Demo. No more.
No. He's had his shot. Now it's my turn. I was really hoping I'd have more pairs, but it's not worked out that way. Still, it's not a bad hand. Might even be worth something. Not enough to make a difference, but worth something. Okay, Haku, Dora, 4. So we can at least end with a manga and Tenpai, possibly. Stealth and I are probably both holding onto a pair of whites. I'm just sensing that as a thing. We were really unlucky. A pair of Doras as well. Well, there's 2.
girls.
Flip it.
Oh.
Oh, Starfall's got to reach.
Sudoku. I used to do Sudokus.
What's annoying about that is he's got Dora. But only 2. Well, that was a really slow, really boring game from me. Did I hit Tenpai more than that one last game? I don't even know, but we lost 25 points. So I am inclined to do another one, but just to get that out of the way. It wasn't tense at all. That was the worst game of Mahjong ever played, as far as I'm concerned anyway. I spent so many of those games getting nowhere. But hey, let's see how the other one's going on. They said we're in West Round, and it's still going on, so let's find out. Lily's building nonsense. Oh, there's nonsense going on this table. Alright, Prosper's in a double dragon. Wait till the end there. We are in West. Mono with the reach for the win. And yeah. Lily dodging all of the discards at that point. No, I was stuck in the... I had, unfortunately, a pair of dragons and a pair of Vedora. So I was kind of stuck there at that point. I could have called a 4-pin earlier on to be in Tenpai, but I didn't expect the White Dragon to pay off, so decided to give that away. Well, no 10. Mono just below the 30k threshold. We go into West 2. Yeah, I was about to... I don't know if you're fully aware of things, but hey. Or whether that's just a comment because that game is now ended. Right, let's see how this is going then. Prosperous hand looks decent. Rue has a shot but needs a lot of value to make anything with that. Oh yeah, that was horrific. No, I'm probably gonna do one more, but that is probably gonna be it. Especially if it's as bad as the last game I played.
You may not have 10 pies, but they're still dodgy jammers. Jammer dodgies. But...
No, I need more jam. I need more jam. Tenpai for a long while. I mean, that was just a depressing game around for me. There was the Hanneman while I was dealer. I dealt into a Mangan chasing... I think it was... I can't remember if it was a blind Mangan or not, but either way, I dealt into Demo's Mangan, and then from there just did not hit Tenpai until I think that last hand. Oh dear. Either way, yeah, we're definitely doing one more. Also, no spoilers about the game I'm watching, please.
Otherwise, no jammy judgers for you.
No. Definitely not. Okay, so Ishan for Mono, just forcing his advantage. It wasn't that fun, in truth. I imagine it was more fun for you and Demo than it was for me, but it was, yeah. It was not a fun video. It's fine. That happens as well. There are things I could probably have done better, and there was definitely a misclick somewhere in the middle of one of the games that was kind of horrific, but in retrospect, it didn't matter. Because I was pushing a hand that wasn't on anyway. It's just more not on than it would have been otherwise. Yeah, I say you had an invested interest in that. Okay, Lily's hands coming together. Ishanten. But Mono has hit his Tenpai as well. Rue is think he shan't end with that. Not quite. And how's Prospero looking? Prospero's getting closer. Do, 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 do. Teeth get 9 pin. I'm trying to see how Rue can get enough value here. He does have Dora, but only the one. Prospero can hit Mungum with what he's doing. If he can get Tanya, Dora, and Riichi, it's definitely doable. Oh, also Rue is dealers, of course, so that is a factor in him trying to get there, but he still needs at least one more. Currently looks all mono, although a lot of mono's winners are tied up. I mean, just to say, he's got a history of doing this occasionally. Alright, Riichi and Dora. So, 6-9. And mono draws a risky 7, decides to go for it. Because what else is he going to do at this stage? Yeah, this is Lily's dilemma at this point. What is safe in your hand? Only the 8. Also, the 7 being one of the tiles she needs to get to Senpai as well, they're also disappearing on her. And Prospero's about to hit Yeah, Prospero has hit Senpai. Riichi on the pairweight. Another one of those winning tiles here. And that is a 9. Is that enough points for Rue? It is. He's got Hitara. Rue takes the win. Tight close game decided by a second West round. GG. And bad luck, unfortunately, to Lily there. Okay, we currently have 5 players queued. I am jumping into this one because, as I say, I need to at least have one game to completely wreck things or, you know, make a comeback. If nobody else is going to jump in, I'm just going to randomize between the remainders. So currently we have 5. So I really need to bring an actual D6 up here. I've still got the D4. That's what I deal with D3, which I've written numbers on. Okay. Let's start rolling. That is 5, so it's Lily joining me for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a 5 again, so we re-roll. That is 2, so that's... Lily, do you want to play mono again? Or should I veto this roll? It's 5, so that'll be re-rolled anyway. It's another 5. This dice is biased to rolling 5s. 4, who would be Starfall. Who else on queue? So currently this would be Mono and Starfall. So this is myself, Lily, Mono, Starfall for this game, based on what I've just rolled. The only other 2 players on are Prospero and Demo. But since Lily has played Mono every single game tonight, between Mono and Lily, you can decide if you want to continue or not. Don't be afraid, I'm not Bite. That's very well put, Mono. Very well argued. Alright, so the game is, at the moment, Shadowhawk, Lily, Mono, Starfall. Let's go. Oh boy. Not looking forward to this. But it can't be worse than my last game. At least, if I can hit Tenpai once or twice, I'd be happy. That's all I need. That's a start. See if we can get anything else from that, but this is a start.
Pong.
call east.
Chi.
So potentially Chanter with this as well. It's a little on the awkward side of things, but I'm quite happy to try and force at this stage. We are missing one more player for an additional game. Demo Prospero Flowers are currently queued. No worries. Just mentioning, one more needed.
Kan.
So we go south, we have some options. So this is going to depend on whether we get a red dragon or not at any point. Yeah, now you cleared it out, I can get in there. He's been trying to get in there for quite a while.
No PDs in bookshelves allowed.
Okay, Tenpai. Achieved. We are going to keep the calls on because, you know, who wouldn't want to call a Khan here? Ooh, big hat. Alright, big reach. White Dragon's a safe tile to him. Yeah, if we get into mono, it's just going to happen. But we got to go for this. Yeah, it's fine. I assume the white was held somewhere, but that is mono with his Hanneman at the start. Starfall is in trouble. Yeah, I mean, it's not unreasonable that it didn't pay off. A single white dragon wait that late in the game, unlikely, but had to be attempted, I think. And ultimately, I wasn't punished for it. Somebody else was, so... Because so often in those positions, you get yourself into a say, sort of, the hand is valuable enough that I have to discard almost everything I draw. So, had to be, you know, I was going to deal into mono sooner or later if the game had progressed and, you know, somebody else hadn't done it for me. Now, though, we'll try and play this a bit more sensibly and see if we can claw something back. We just guarded on a red. I didn't actually save an image of that hand, but, yeah. As long as other people are aware of how close that was, I guess.
Riichi.
Well, that is unfortunate. We'll play safety for the moment, then. Okay, Starfall going for things. Yeah, I've got no safe tiles against this reach, so... Oh, Aegon has joined. It's okay, so if we're ready for a game, Demo, Prospero, Flaza, Aegon. Good luck to all of you. What have we just drawn into? Horribleness. Well, on that basis, we're going to play the East. So, good luck to you four. What was dealing? Oh, Mono dot in. Okay, so points are just being exchanged. This is fine. Okay, so Mono goes up, Hanneman down to Mungan. Lily has the lead. Let's go once more into the breach once more. Once more! If I knew more of a speech, I might even say more. But once more. Dora. Okay, so this is a hand I would probably call for Toy at this point if we get a chance. Although pairs is also a possibility. West. Yeah, because pairs is a possibility, we'll... Well, actually, it's probably still best for us to do other things. Alright, 2 calls from Lily as dealer. The Sozi Honitsu we're building up is amazing. Well, that helps us on Toy at least. It's just unfortunate that I'm going to get rid of this. I probably should have done it a little earlier. Okay, more dealers in, so that's fine. Oh, Lily's dragging Mono back to my level, so this is acceptable. Alright, one Dora and things. Okay, north. So we're up to 3 pairs again. Probably going to be more looking at the Pinfu Sanchiku side of things here, truth, but... it's on the east too. Fortunes can be reversed a number of times yet. Also, my fortune hasn't changed one way or another. Typing it out, obviously, for the people who are at my table. Okay, that's an okay draw. So 5 potentially opens that up. Seems to be the wrong side for a Sanchiku, but what can you do? Okay, 7 pin and hope, I think. And still gets called. Seems to be red dragon only though, so not the worst. Ishanten. Yeah, no, but I have to pretend I'm here too, Lily. I mean, on some level, it has to be somewhat about the streamer.
Riichi.
258, Pinfu. Reach pin food or 2. Faded Sanzo was a good discard, really.
No.
And I'll take some points off Starfall. Reach pin 2 for Mungan, and I put myself in second. Alright, dealer turn. What can we do with this dealer turn? Play a Sandman. We have 2 Dora. This is quite good. If we pair up either of our runner tiles reasonably early, then we're away. If we can't do that, getting rid of those for Tanya seems reasonable. So that's, I guess, what we're doing. Tanya 2.
Pong.
Okay, Ishan turn.
ち
Hi Pinzu. Self is not what we want to be seeing right now, but that's fine. We got away with it. Okay, so that opens up 4... Well, 4-pin was already kind of a thing we could have potentially used anyway, so that hasn't actually changed a lot, other than we've now helped Starfall out a bit. Good news is 2 is safe to Starfall. If Mono's on his... If Mono is doing his Chanter thing, then he doesn't need another 2. And we draw 1 anyway, so... 1 remaining of each, we'll go for it then. 2-pin, 3-pin. Yeah, someone's thinking about it. Decides not. Oh, dodging against Mono. Yeah, I figured. But does he have a 2 or a 3-pin left? He's played 1, so he shouldn't want them. And probably means he doesn't have them in hand, but... He's definitely 10-pipe for something. Unfortunately, that is the worst draw I could make right now. So I think we're actually out, annoyingly, with that. Last 8. If we can get Tempai, we can play... We can call... No, we can call a free pin if one gets played, but that's it. Yeah, we'll just continue playing a 6 here. We're not going to entertain the motions of things. He was actually on a Sun, so... But we still couldn't have played it like that. Oh well, didn't lose any points on our dealer turn, or many points on the dealer turn, so we're okay with that turn of events. On to Starfall. Okay, Paracells. Could try and force a Honitsu out of this. I'm not sure it's necessarily the best play, but we might just see where it goes. Yeah, I don't think we're forcing Honitsu with this hand. Starfall might be, but we don't have to. Honor only, I would guess. So red or east, based on what's left. Well, there's our answer. It's red. Yeah, he can bring anything, so we're actually going to play ourselves out and just hope somebody else deals into him, or he just sumos. Which in his position wouldn't be the worst. I wonder if it's double Yaki High, actually, because that would make a bit more sense if we made those initial calls. Oh, Mon is back. But we'll lean in, see if we can get a Tanyo out of this. Okay. Mono's decided he wants to join in. And we deal in with the Apatsu. Just because. 1/7 pair weight. That was what we were taking. If 8 was safe, we could have played that. But, alas... Alas, we go for the Honitsu. Actually, this hand is kind of nuts.
Pong. Pong.
Okay. Ishanten. The reach has happened. Let's see. That is the worst thing for us to draw right now. So we weren't getting that 4 call unless that happened as well. Mono takes the slight lead. Still has Vidila's turn. It is now south round. We have 2 Dora in hand.
Pong.
And we're going to take that south because nobody told us we couldn't. Possible Itsu, possible Honitsu. Possibly being forceful here, but we've got a fairly free gap to 4th place at the moment, so we can possibly afford to. But that puts a sea chant in, actually, so South Dora 2 should be fine. Somebody wants to call that 6, unless I'm disconnected. No, that's Mono who has. Pause. Restore.
Chi.
Gonna call that for the Adora, but that might not have been the best move. We'll see. Yeah, now I need to get one side or the other, or pair something. Perhaps a little forceful. So let's wait on Matuso. So South Dora 3. Oh, I see. Starfall has just gone all in on nothing. Good to know. Well, I have a single 2, so weight left, so let's see what I can do. Yeah, that seems fine. 369. I can almost pretend that this is what I was going for.
No.
Mangan. And we take Mono's 2nd place away from him. Yep. Makes sense. Do we get a better or worse starting hand? Actually, we get a weirder starting hand.
Pong.
It's fine, I'm not doing anything suspicious here. Nothing suspicious is occurring. Honestly, it isn't, because I'm miles away from any hand that looks really scary with this. But I've got a Honitsu. A relatively safe final discard, and... Okay, so Starfall's playing all my 7s, which isn't nice, but... But we can potentially work around this. Last 7 so here would be amazing. Didn't happen. But knowing the 9's safe is useful. Not going to call that. Yeah, I think we have to back off at this, annoyingly. Yep, can't fight that, and also that's now becoming possible, so... All the 7s are gone, all the 9s are gone, so if it is an 8, it is a pair weight, but wouldn't put it past Mono to be on that. Thankfully, somebody else has proven that safe before I had to. 9-pin hasn't been played yet, and Mono does like his random weights on the 9. Counter reach.
Riichi.
Counter reach. Thankfully, I have a safe tile for that one. Not sure I have any more safe tiles at all. Saving a couple of directions, that's all I got. Yeah. And it was the bigger hand.
Riichi.
At least I didn't give any Uridura, so, you know. Stop auto throwing. I mean, you know. It's something I do a lot as well. Oh well. I've still got a deal turn left. Maybe something can happen. I don't think that's what's happening. I'm just basically, unless you're miles behind the script. Don't think so. Doesn't sound like it's in my best interests. Late red dragon. Who wants it? Nobody at the moment. Two-pin does nothing for us at this stage. Alright, so how more draws left? What is the best source of events here? Basically draw one so, draw one so, draw one pin, draw one man. Hit the Yakuman from there as well. Beyond that though, I think we're just fueling Starfall for some stuff. So that might have been a consideration if I had bought the 3 pairs, actually. Well, there's the third dragon. It's not quite that bad yet, but if I look in various cards and see that I could have got a Suanko, it's always depressing. Even if it realistically wasn't on at the time. Yeah, we're just going to throw our 1 men out because there's no point in continuing on with this if Mono's reaching. Dealer turn coming up though. Maybe then. Okay, 4th south for what is probably our last discard. Interesting. 4th south is still fine. Unless someone's doing some shenanigans with a Haite thing. Nope. I'm glad I got rid of that 6 a little earlier because that is what we were waiting on. Oh well. Still a wait for a dealer turn. So it's coming together. It's going to be cheap, unfortunately. Looks like Mono's playing for a Honitsu in Sozu. Okay, 7 and 7. Alright, we're going to throw some Dora. So, Ishanten. Problem is, it's a Sanzo that we'd have to play.
Riichi.
Okay, 4th red dragon. Well, let's go back to where we were a moment ago. Back into this thing. Oh, is there a chance he's on a chanter? You know what? This is mono. There is. Okay, so we have a couple of safe tiles if we need them. Yeah, I think he is on a chanter up top, mono, but... Or at least was.
Note.
No, it was Toy Story. Okay. Either way, we were able to defend reasonably against that, so... Okay. Dealer Mangan to overtake mono then. That is the plan. There's a lot of points in the middle here, so... Any win will do, pretty much, at this stage. Tuso does nothing. Yeah, let me activate Vidora and then something with the Red Dragon. Vidora 2. And I guess activates Vidora. Could also potentially force a Tanyo here as well if we wanted. Alright, Mono's still attacking. Yeah, I think we are trying to force a Tanyo out of this.
Chi. Pong.
Tanyo, door free. If we connect anything to that 5, so we're in.
Riichi. Chi.
Now, Starfall picks up the win. Unfortunately, not the way round we wanted that, but hey. Brings Mono closer and unfortunately kills a lot of the chances of us getting into Lily's range, but 4,000 points is possible in the last hand. It's what we need to do anyway. So, Tanyo and stuff, I think, is the best play.
Pong.
Yeah, calling it does make it awkward, but I think this is still fine. Also got a Sanchku that we could potentially do as well. So still in a winning position here. But... no, without some calendar, this isn't really going to work. Doesn't change a lot. Give us an additional chance to potentially Khan here, I guess. Khan 6 draw 3, maybe? Which would be an interesting way to do that. Yeah, it's not worth any points.
Tsumo.
Yeah, well, we'll Sumo anyway. That was misplayed. Horrible, horrible misplays have been made. Should have waited. But equally, the nightmare is over. And Lily gets the win. Oh boy, that was a rough set of games for being true. 3-2, 3-3. Let's see how the other one is going. But I imagine I am no longer on top. Okay, so we have a fairly even game going into South 3. Aegon sumos and might have just taken the lead with that sumo. Yeah, Dragon Free dealer Hanneman. So at the right time of the match, Aegon has the lead. 2 to go. Let's sit behind Aegon, although we will note that Prospero does have the triplet as a dragon set. Aegon as dealer has South and Dora pairs. I'm surprised Prospero discarded a Gred on his first discard. Did he assume the other one was coming? Because that's not a guaranteed thing. Yep, Aegon can and should call the South. Decides not to. Okay, Prospero's trying to run away quickly. And he's on 2-2, so technically a small increase would bump him up to 3rd at the moment. I'm sorry, bump him up to 2nd at the moment. 1 repeat though, so he needs a little more value than he's currently showing. Is Aegon looking at pairs again? I don't think he is necessarily, but the Honitsu's definitely on from here. And his discard's kind of bared that out. It's just going to be a little slow against what Prospero certainly is doing. Demo's hand is pretty much there as well. Just Tanyo attack for the most part. In fact, that gets him there, doesn't it? Not quite, but now he's got other options. Has Demo. Potentially Sananko, potentially... well, I mean, Tanyo Sananko is a thing. Triplet of South for Aegon. 6 draw there. Probably helps Demo out a little bit. Still Ishanten, more options. Possible Ipeiko. So that potentially gives him Ipeiko Pinfu, Tanyo, Dora 1. That could actually be a comeback hand from Demo there. One pin doesn't do much. Plaza hits Tenpai for a Yakulus 1-2 at the moment.
Riichi.
And Demo pulls the trigger. So Reach waiting on a 5-5-8. So Bacon's feeling brave and cool, but he's not. He's going to cower out. Prospero is a little stuck with the discards he's currently got available there. He needs to make something happen with that 1 to repair that, hopefully. It's looking okay for Demo here. GG has been called. No spoilers, please. And Plaza draws. I mean, it's an interesting draw considering. So breaks his Tenpai up, but holds on to the safe discard. 4-pin goes. Yeah, 4-pin was safe for a couple of turns ago, so Aegon identifying that as a safe tile. It makes sense. Ooh, does Prospero keep or... Nope. Yeah, I think that was too risky, although his other options weren't great. Dora and what I believe was still alive green. Alright, into the final hand then. So, Demo needs a Freehan hand to overhaul the points gap at the moment. Prospero needs a Mangan to gain a position. Aegon needs any win to stick it out. Plaza's in the same position. Needs a Mangan for victory. So, all of them possible. I believe Plaza's second on priority, but I didn't check that. Alright, what's people building to at this point? Prospero set up an Alien Wind. His hand's mostly there, it just doesn't have a lot of value behind it. I imagine he could just reach and hope at that point. Maybe get a chance to calm the Wests. See what happens. Demo's hand's decent, but it's probably going to be slow. And that certainly speeds it up a little bit. Yep, one step closer for Prospero. In fact, actually, technically Tenpai for Prospero. So this is sort of a reach and hope from 4th place. He doesn't have any definite value, but he also doesn't have a lot of potential room for improvement. If he really wanted to try and force a hand capable of coming back, he needed to sort of invest in the Honitsu a little earlier. Though, to be fair, it was still quite a way off anyway. It would have been difficult to have built a hand for that, in truth. In calling East, I assume that means he's either going to call all his Sozu or all his Pinzu at this point. Probably Sozu. Which will get away with in this instance, but, you know. Strictly speaking, Aegon doesn't need to necessarily fight this off, because the player most likely to win is the one that doesn't matter in the points system, unless he gives away 8,000 points, I guess. In fact, Aegon playing aggressive and calling here is making it more likely to deal into a Mangan hand from Prospero. I'm probably selling that a lot. Yes, you're thanks to my wife who is sourcing my books out in the background. No worries, sir. Fortunes turn around, and it's still early days. I mean, yeah, he hasn't played any Pinzu up to the Riichi, so it's not a great position to be in. Yeah, Negan with his East call has kind of got himself out of this now. He has the ability to Khan and is holding an East bag. That concerns me a little bit. Aegon, when you are leading and the points gaps are close enough, do not add value to the table unless you have no other choice or, you know, have a shot at winning. Neither of which are currently true at the moment. The last thing you want to do when you're in the lead is add value to the board. So Demo has Tanya, if he can play the 9. Deals in to Prospero, and that should just be a small amount of points unless there's some Murderer. There's 1. Aegon picks up the win. In truth, yeah, fully agree with that. It's just not this. There are situations you just can't get out of, really. So Aegon picks up a win, 32-5, and well done to you. Alright, well that was Stars of Confusion. We will be back next week for some more stuff in things. And in fact, yes, some points, Aegon. You have some points. I'm probably going to update the scoreboard tomorrow rather than do it after the stream as I've been doing previously because I'm a little tired. Thank you for joining us. I will see you all hopefully next week. We shall see. Until then.